Taurus, happy birthday! What a grand year you're going to have. I can just feel it. This is Diana Rankin, and I'm wishing you just a wonderful happy birthday to all my friends who are born between April 21st and May 21st. I have to think about that sometimes. You were born under the sign of Taurus. And what this birthday message and maybe a few predictions are about is I like to give you kind of a heads up of what you can expect this year. And what I want to know, what I want you to know about this year is it's not going to be the easiest year you've ever had. But it's going to be a good year because it's going to be a year for you of change, and change isn't an always easy thing for us to go through, especially those of us in the American culture. We kind of like things as they are, but we always want to change it, but we don't want to change. So this is a year that's going to ask you to change, and it's going to ask you to change with gratitude and graciousness, but it's also going to require a lot of grit from you. Now, again, change is not a bad thing, but sometimes it's not always the easiest thing that we have to go through. So I want you just to keep remembering that you can make lemonade with lemons, that lemons don't have to be sour. You can make wonderful lemonade, and that's really kind of what you're going to have to look at and remember this year, Taurus, that lemonade can taste delicious, especially when it's hot. So when things get a little bit hot for you, you may want to think about, I'm just going to go make some lemonade. Now, those of you who are familiar with my predictions and messages and soul chimings, you know that I like to work with my spirit guide, Philip. And Philip, this is a book he gave me. This is called the Master's Book of Answers by Philip. And it's a book, an oracle book, as each page has its own message on it. And what we just do is we just flip through to find the message. And so as you're flipping through, you'll probably hear in your own head, stop, or my thumb just automatically stops there. Now we have to decide left page or right page because there's only one answer on each page. And I want to tell you what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of both left and right, and I can't really get it real clear which. So we're going to read both left page and right page, and sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't, but it just means there's a broader message for you than just what's on one page. So here's the left page message. When your mind is occupied with thoughts of another, you have no time to think of yourself. When your mind is occupied with thoughts of another, you have no time to think of yourself. I'm going to hold the right page for just a minute here because I want to go into a little deeper explanation of what that means for you, Taurus. What that's saying to me is this year you're going to really have to work to see the other person's point of view. And as you work to see the other person's point of view, you don't want to occupy yourself with just their point of view because you have your own and you have your very own strength. And so it is this year that you really will get to know I am strong emotionally, in my heart, mentally, I'm strong. Spiritually, I'm growing, but I'm strong. And that's really what you get to hear this year. So whether it's someone else's idea or you're thinking of why are they thinking that, how silly of them, all of that is an opportunity this year for you to stop, step back and say, wait a minute, what is it that is about me here? If I see another's ideas are different from mine, how can what does that say about me? What is that telling me about me? Rather than saying, the other is just this, this, or this. So that's a wonderful opportunity for spiritual growth, which of course we're human and we're spiritual beings living out a human life. And so we have that wonderful opportunity to see the other person's point of view without being obsessed with them. It also tells us that no matter how much we want to heal another person, That's not our responsibility. We cannot. All we can do, even if we see what we think is best for them, we can never judge another soul journey. So all we can do is say, I understand, listen with compassion, listen with love, and allow the other to live his or her life as that other must live. Not as we want them to at times, but how they must live. And that's hard. That can be very hard because it's like we want to heal them and we can't. We can provide tools, we can provide advice, we can provide love, certainly, but we can't do the healing. Each of us must do our own work. I did tell you that I wanted to tell you what the right page says as well, because this is exciting. It says, today is your day of opportunity. So Taurus, if you think about what we've been saying, that this is a year that you get to take many, many opportunities to just smile at the world and allow your own life to unfold in such a gentle and loving way that you can use that strength that you are for the good of your life and the good of all everybody. And you get that opportunity this year. Today's your day. Go for it, Taurus. And a happy, happy, happy birthday. Have a grand one. This is Diana Rankin saying thank you for being here with me today. Thank you, Taurus. Have a great birthday and a great year.